Black people in America, as they strive to throw off the shackles of mental colonialism, will also probably reflect an effort to throw off the shackles of cultural colonialism, and they may begin to reflect desires of their own, with standards of their own.
Some more controversial remarks was a call for black people to get rifles and form rifle clubs sometime back. Do you still favor that for self-defense?
I don't see why that should be controversial. I think that if white people found themselves the victim of the same kind of brutality that black people in this country face, and they saw that the government was either unwilling or unable to protect them, that the intelligence on the part of the whites would make them get some rifles and shotguns and protect themselves. Now, Negroes are developing some kind of intellectual maturity too, and they can see that having waited upon the government to protect them has been a wait that has been in vain. So
Apotheosis, Epidemic poetry, Rap Game Boulevard, righteousness as prescribed, giving all minds elevation, building life versus death. The poet, Jesus, the microphone bounty hunter.
About the racist practices that are manifest every day against Negroes in this society. Even in South Africa, those Africans aren't faced with bayonets and aren't faced with police dogs. I would be not a man. If I was in a position to bring it in front of the United Nations and didn't do so, I wouldn't be a man.
For equality in America. The poet's ebonic ammunition was made of a vicious grayback gorilla grammar. King of the concrete jungle, our salvation, the Messiah, the YHWH speech. A conversation that only the true Hebrew Jews of slavery bled. That's dipped in the words of Deuteronomy. A liquid-based karma that's colder than the transatlantic American ice. Slave ships are paralyzing poison. This was end-time biblical wordplay led. Facts that I let soak for 6 days on All Hollow Point, run up on the racist ass people's sentences that designated in their head. The explosive ink was AI nanotechnology, having a clearer view of life when in contact, called Apotheosis wordplay led. A word solution that I let drown the Sabbath into lethal incomplete sentences. For my non-Israelite listeners, this was bioengineered hot lead with a microwave set for 400 minutes, 6 days of English thoughts by radiation dissolve, exposing Hebrew words that you and the slaves never read. And then I take the biblical wordplay and place it under the microscope, watching the deadly 5G rhyme scheme spread. Wake up on the first day of the week with the killer writing instinct. May the metaphor be with you, don't be scared. Sunday morning, go to work looking for the sun god who deceived all, and put the extended biblical clip into the open mic the vendor fed. Cock my vocals full of I hate the false image white Jesus ammunition, laced in New Testament red. Mask up, put on black gloves, Hebrew duct tape the research potato at the end, so I can silently set the stage before anything said. Run up and put the dangerous open mic to the listener head, and spit a whole clip of educational poems for freedom. These are new age Negro spirituals at your head. Mathematically a cure for the coronavirus before the polluted vaccination can spread.
Alexa, did the government release the coronavirus? According to Event 201, the government planned this event, created the virus, and had a simulation of how the countries would react. This simulation occurred October 18th, 2019. The government released the virus among the population and has lost control of the outbreak.
So it was hypothetically mandatory mandated medication that will get everyone sick. Then we're faced with an unstoppable virus called the martial law pandemic, ushering in facial recognition technology that has unlimited AI skills to murder the middle class, black or white, in the job market field. For the deceptive entrapment, it's FEMA Walmart camps they build against the homeless and poor black, white, and brown people will. To the Hebrews, the upside down Bible he holds was your history unfold. So we the people born here wasn't included in this American land, we the people constitutional bill. So tell Donald Trump his racist ways brought in the ride of the pale horse revelation in. Defined as preparations of war for black people in the lies in the home of the free plantation field. Therefore the KKK police force received its power from the source. So the members had laws protecting them after it's another black man they kill. So as the story goes, once again in America, for equality black people fought. Now we have young white protesters with us when we walk. So do the Trayvon tell Agenda 6 for Big Mike on some Ferguson shit? This was real poetry talk. Fuck the police from me and Sean Bell shot 50 times up in New York. When lawmakers and the lawman crossed the humanity line. Me and Eric Garner are asking why in the hands of the police that black men are dying. Why when we cry out I can't breathe to the police officer, the word phrase doesn't matter. Rest in heaven to George Floyd. The moment when the people watching ask themselves worldwide, in America do black lives matter? The Hebrew definition of the word phrase is slavery fact and American racism wrote as hateful fiction. The second definition break down biblical question structure. The spirit or the sinful flesh, what tool do you use to listen? The third predicts after seeing what's done in America to the children of Israel when they was terrorized, no justice ever till we the people was American given. Do you open your eyes, confront injustice lies as the young black, brown, and white generation rise and march with one voice to change the system when you know it's an American racist game and you have no problems with living by the rules. So rule one in life was judged by action. Being judgmental is the first characteristic of being an American fool. Pledge allegiance for what?
We've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.